100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attacking like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Hey, hold on. 6. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Don't go. Motion. Reset. Set.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
I got 11.
Now it's Gurley. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Strip that ball. Bumps out the helmet. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. King. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 6. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action. It's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that's going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Screen play, Johnson. Finding room at the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen technique.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darrell Worland, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. Steps away to his left. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Rosen hands off to Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave him exactly what they needed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw. King. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
King on first down. And he's got his man on the out route.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Second and 5. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
It's our time. It's our time. Now, you got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to get that.
Now King throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Watch one. Watch one. All day, baby. All day.
Back to throw. King. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 25-yard line. Let's get it. Watch the curve.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Rosen off the play action. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
59. 180. It's been a long day for you.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And now it's Rosen looking. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shit! Watch the shit! Shit!
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I got it. Tight right. Alert. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Rush in.
Play action here with Rosen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Alert. 58 to Mike.
In your face.
Hey, Alpha. Shit. Watch it.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
So we got man. Hey, alert. 58, right hey, exit. Mike, 58, right there. You can't block me. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. I'm coming. Under 10.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. as his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Next to score, Lions 17, Rams 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Exit. Exit. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Cut.
To throw is King. To throw again. They'll find Lindsey here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Here we go again. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Here's King. A final shot before break. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 24. Check 24.
And the blitz does come. And Diggs has it. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. At 58 is on that one down. Watch the pass.
Throws him to throw again. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Going to throw right side here, complete. That one goes for 36 yards. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd and a couple, Rosen, and they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Rosen now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
King now, throwing on first down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. King. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and through. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They go play action. It's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. On 3rd down, Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
No gain there as he kept it himself. It's 2nd down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Romeo Okwara. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Back to throw. King flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
36. Line 36. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
King throwing on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Hey, alert, alert.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On play action, Rosen. They'll roll him out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. Because sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Touchdown, Detroit! Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That's it. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Watch 54. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rosen will throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
6 guys. Check 6. Check 37. Check 37.
Now King throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Bailey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And that's caught at the 25. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for L.A. 59 yards. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking to throw. King. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check 9, check 9.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Back to throw. King, and able to find Higbee. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is King, operating from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Back.
Here's King. Going to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.